Good evening, YouTube. This is another video response. It's a video response to VenomFangx's video, 10 Intelligent Answers Every Christian Must Know, which is a video response to 10 intelligent questions every Christian must answer. I got a lot to say in not that much time, so I'll get to it. The first question that was for every intelligent Christian was, why doesn't God care about amputees? Because he's not healing them. And you said, why should God care about amputees? Because they are sinful people, because we were all sinful by nature. But why are we all sinful by nature? I think you would agree that God is omniscient. So why did God create Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden if in his omniscience he knew they were going to eat the fruit and that all humanity was going to be damned and that he was going to have to punish humanity? Did he do that to justify punishing them? And on the topic of omniscience, why would he do that with anybody? Why would he create somebody gay? Why would he create somebody who's going to be an atheist? He has the omniscience to know that after their life they're going to burn in hell. Why would he create somebody like that? To have a little fun? Spice up his time? The second question was, why are there so many starving people in our world? And to that you said, where in the Bible does it say God has to feed these starving people? These starving people deserve to be starving because they are sinful people. And then you go on to say that God truly loves us so much that he gave his only begotten Son to help us. If God truly loved us, why does he punish us? Why did he in his omniscience let Adam and Eve commit original sin so that we would all suffer? If he truly loved us, he would do that. He would not do that. That is a complete contradiction. And his only begotten Son, why did God have to do that? Why did he have to send his only Son? I mean, I think God can have as many children as he wants, and to go suffer and die. I think that God, being that he can do everything, I think there's a lot simpler and less cumbersome ways for him to save the world. The third and the fourth questions, I'm not addressing them because you gave the same answer to those as you did to 1 and 2, because I agree with you that some of the questions in the Intelligent Christian video were straw man arguments. So I kind of already gave you an answer for those. Number 5, you said that the slavery depicted in the Old Testament is not like the slavery we know today, because it wasn't based on race and gender. So what? You were still allowed, it says in chapter 21 of Exodus, right after the 10 Commandments, mind you, the proper treatment of slaves, and that is, you can beat them as much as you want, as long as you don't kill them. I'm not going to be sarcastic, but that doesn't sound like okay, just because it's not the slavery that we know today. It's absolutely ridiculous. Question 6, which was, why do bad things happen to good people? And you said, there are no good people. We are all sinners. And if you would get because the Bible says that, if you would just get your mind out of the Bible gutter, you would see that there are good people, and that any super powerful creator who truly loves us would not punish anybody, let alone good people. The next was, why is there no evidence of Jesus' miracles? And you said that the Old Testament foresaw Jesus' coming, which is also absolutely ridiculous. Jesus, the man, if he did existed, which I probably think he did, was nothing like the Jesus we know today. The Council of Nicaea, they gave him his supernatural characteristics. Hundreds of pre-Christ deities were born on December 25th to a virgin mother, were crucified and were raised 3 days later. All of Jesus' characteristics are seen in deities before Jesus' time. The Council of Nicaea applied all the Old Testament prophecies to this man, Jesus. Number 8. The question was, why hasn't Jesus appeared to you? And you said, Jesus hasn't appeared to me because he didn't say he would. He only said he would appear when he came to save the world. And I agree with you on that. Jesus wasn't making any promises about coming back except for he's going to save the world. Number 9 is, why do Jesus want you to literally eat his body and blood? And you said that it's a parable. I've had numerous, dozens of priests and very serious Catholics tell me that it literally is. They're really specific and they really drive the point home that it literally is the body and blood of Christ. And by definition, that's cannibalism. I don't care what spirituality you apply to it. By definition, eating the flesh of another human being is cannibalism. And, you know. Number 10 was, why do more Christians get divorced than non-Christians? And I don't see the point in that, because someone who gets divorced is not a Christian and ought not to present themselves at communion. I didn't really like that question. But after that, you said, if Christians get divorced, that means Christianity is not true? Where is that in the Bible? As if the Bible is the only truth on everything. And you may be a Christian, but it's that kind of thinking that kills people. It's that kind of thinking that started the Inquisition. It's that kind of thinking that started the Crusades and all other religious wars and religious intolerance, persecution that's happened since the Bible. At the end of the video, you talked about, you were responding to somebody's description of the Bible as repulsive, I think it was. And you said there was a difference between the Old and the New Testament, and that God used the Israelites to pave the way for Jesus, and that anybody who got in his way, for example, not keeping holy the Sabbath, deserved to die, and God rightfully killed them. But why did God need to use the Israelites and kill them off if they didn't obey his silly, frivolous laws? Why did he need to do that? If God is all-powerful, he could have just parted the clouds and his voice would have thundered from the sky saying, I'm God, obey me. And that would have been much easier and a whole lot more effective than killing thousands of Israelites and sending his only begotten son to be crucified on a cross. I found your video pretty annoying. You were kind of yelling the whole time. But regardless, it'd be nice if I can get a response. If not, that's cool. I can see you by your views on your videos. You're a pretty busy guy. Yeah, thanks for listening if you end up watching this. Peace.